Really wealthy city, really big problem with people having a stable, secure place to live today and looking into the future. What's going to happen?
In this packed room is a town hall on housing affordability. It's being called a crisis here in Toronto, and there's a call on government to act and force condos to be more inclusive.
You know, it's a housing crisis because there's always been gaps, where some people fall through the cracks. But now the cracks are wider than the pavement.
How did Toronto land in what some say is a housing affordability problem?
Our kids can't afford to live near us, and nothing seems to be being done to resolve that crisis.
We want to have a really comprehensive conversation here tonight.
Advocates, along with Councillor Paula Fletcher, the host of the Priced Out Town Hall in Leslieville, say there are a series of events that led to this, including the impacts of the city's growth on the rental market, competitive housing and condo markets, and a homeless problem that became very evident earlier this year.
Everybody knows about our issue with shelters. We need 1,000 new beds.
And then there's the dreaded social housing waiting list, which the city warns can be long. By the end of last year, there were 92,452 households on that list. According to the city, these are the wait times for units. A one-bedroom is a 9-year wait. A two-bedroom means your name on the list for at least 8.5 years. And the wait for 3- and 4-bedroom units are 7.5 years and 5 years.
Housing prices are completely unhinged from incomes. And so we don't have the usual supply and demand kind of controls. Instead, we have vast numbers of people in Toronto left out of the housing market or just struggling to get by.
The province's Ministry of Housing says the government is continuing to increase affordable housing across Ontario, saying it's taking a number of actions, including investing $125 million into a program that will see the construction of new rentals, also tackling some challenges that prevent housing projects from being built. To keep pressure on the government, advocates say they are pushing for changes, which include increasing shelter beds to build new housing for rent geared towards incomes and have the government regulate inclusionary zoning. The province has introduced this framework.
And that says for all of those big towers, for all of the density, for all of the height that developers are getting, they have to set aside a certain percentage of those apartments or those condos for affordability.
Another outcome of this town hall will see a petition drafted by both advocates and attendees that will be going to provincial and federal governments in Leslieville. I'm Faiza Amin for City News.